If you're doing this to prepare for your TCF or your TEF, stop right now if you want to get your CLB7. Don't sit yourself down to memorize 2,000 words of vocabulary out of context. The exam is not testing you on the words that you recognize, it is testing you on how you communicate under pressure. Vocabulary that you memorize in isolation does not come out when you're under pressure. It just sits there out of context. Learn new words inside a full sentence that you have created related to your own personal experience. So try to memorize the following sentence structure where you fill in the blanks. For example, à titre d'illustration. That is the beginning of a sentence that is formulated elegantly, which means for example. Then continue the sentence with quand je, which means when I, and fill in the blank. For example, when I was a child, quand j'étais petite, and then continue the sentence in the past tense. Je voulais être une athlète. This becomes usable speech because it's based on your personal experience, and that makes it real. Another mistake I notice that students often make is to memorize vocabulary they think is the same in English. There are words that are not the same, although they look exactly the same. For example, location in English means an area, but in French, une location means a rental. So be very careful with that. These are things that you learn in level A2 in Bravo Langues. In A2, you learn to communicate efficiently. Another mistake I often hear is mixing up tu and vous. You need to establish whether a situation is formal or informal, and you need to be consistent with that. If the situation is formal, you're going to use vous, vos, votre. If it's informal, you're going to use tu, ton, ta, and te for the possessive. Be mindful of your verbs. The conjugation in French is very specific. You need to understand the context. Is it in the past? Is it in the present? Or is it in the future? It's going to be one or the other. I often notice people using the infinitive instead of conjugating their verbs altogether. Under pressure, they just stop conjugating. You need to conjugate your verbs. You learned this in A2. Also, we are happy to announce that we have a new program specifically designed for writing and speaking so that you can pass with flying colors. But hurry, prices are going up in September, so contact us now for a free consultation. Follow for more TCF tips.